So I went to college with this guy.
Welcome back to Close But Way Off, episode whatever the fuck. Let's go.
Let's do it. Okay.
You went to college with who?
This guy, every time we would go into a Starbucks, he would be like, Can I get a tall blonde?
And he would just kind of wait a moment for
and
everyone.
then whoever was the barista would like laugh because he was this like shorter guy.
Yeah,
I think his name was Marco. He worked at the grocery store. All these Italian kids work at the grocery store.
That's such an Italian kid thing
It's
to
such
say.
a rite of passage to like be in the deli.
Yeah.
And like, run the deli.
Yeah, an Italian thing. How do you want it? Definitely not black. Whoa.
Hey.
Ew.
So you'd always say this. I got coffee with him like many times over our college career. And he would always go in, like every single time, man. I'm not even kidding. And he would always do it the same cadence. Like, hey, can I get a tall blonde? And then he would follow it up with, every time, he's like, this is the only place I could say that, as my order. And sometimes the baristas would be into it. They'd be like, they'd laugh. And he would kind of like pick them up a little bit. Sometimes they would just not get it. He'd be like, hey, can I get a tall blonde? It's the only time I get to, order one of those. And then sometimes he'd be like, what do you mean? Do you have trouble at other stores ordering tall blondes?
No, it's just
he's like, no,
women don't like my sense of humor. Generally, it doesn't really happen for me. Anyways, so you see, Starbucks got the fucking tip function finally, huh?
They got it? What do you mean?
Starbucks now has the tip function.
What do you mean now? It didn't always?
No, not at all, brother. I thought you were an avid Starbucks motherfucker.
I go there enough times, but I maybe have just been blocking out the tip function. I didn't even realize that they didn't even have it.
Brother, it wasn't even an option. Clearly they lobbied for it internally or something like that, because it came and now it like gives you 3 options or like no tip or whatever. But it made me think like Tim Hortons is not gonna get this anytime soon, and it's fucked up how the hardest you work, the less likely chance that the tipping is even allowed. These are the places where they literally tell you when you get there you're not allowed to accept tips. And then you go to like a liberal place where you can work at your own pace, and it's like floral and shit. And then it's like the base tip is 35%.
You're telling me there's no tip option even at Tim Hortons?
How are you not paying attention to this shit?
Dude, I'm not even taking any of this in. I'm hitting ignore every time. I'm hitting it so fast till it gets.
There's no ignore. It's only tap or cash. No other options.
I'm freaking.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel?
Do you just tip? If tip is a function, do you tip by default?
No.
Okay, that means you would have to circumvent the tip thing, go to others,
what
zero.
Do you tip? What kind of things do you tip? Because now a lot of people ask for it. I don't tip you if you just get me coffee. That's your job.
Yeah, no. There's a bunch of things. If I get a full coffee and I ask them, hey, can you grind this thing for medium roast? Or sorry, for French press? And then they got to go put in the thing and do the thing. I'll give you some money.
But that's a part of their fucking job.
But, I like to toss people a little bit money, because it's a valuable thing. Starbucks is getting all the cut. They're not getting, I want to give them, I want to let them in on the cut. But when it's pouring coffee, doing this little thing.
1 second.
Nah. Especially,
we know
my pet peeve, tip at the beginning before the work is done. Prompted for tip. Let me see what you do. Let me taste it.
Yeah, but you don't have cash, though. That's the thing. If you had cash, tip, the whole thing would be different.
Sometimes places that are very aggressive with tip, I pay with cash just to be like, it's like $4.60. I'll pay a $5. I'll be like, hey, look, I got 40 here. Have the 40 cents.
I have a hard time believing that at the end of every shift and or week or month, Starbucks is like, all right, here's your tips check. No,
Starbucks is paying them. They're getting those tips. They're too legit to not.
I guarantee you, I would put my life on it that it is not like a dollar for dollar exchange.
You're thinking Starbucks is scraping a little bit off the top there?
There is something baked into a fee, some sort of thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that.
Because like tipping, I worked in bars. I was in the fucking place of where tipping is like a major part of the culture.
Ground zero, baby.
And that's where you would literally take home the dollars on
one
top
for one.
Of.
Yeah.
1 for 1.
1 for 1.
So I doubt that's what they are doing there.
I think what they do is they do just like, when they pool and split, right?
Dude, I bet.
Because not everyone's on cash.
I bet it gets even crazier than that.
Well,
I bet they build targets into it at some point.
Tip targets?
Not even tip targets. I bet some asshole is in Starbucks who's like, maybe this gratuity thing can be a measure of customer satisfaction if you get to people always tipping and shit. So maybe we can start grading these guys, whoever's getting tipped the most.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they get more of a percentage of the thing, and then manager. It's going to be all. It's all going to be
the plaques.
It's all going to be points.
Most well-tipped location. Right?
Yes.
Just the place with the chicks with the biggest tits.
Because when you're among the people, it's normal. But then when you get corporate, they layerify.
Separation. Yeah,
they
yeah,
layerify shit.
It becomes more. The devil gets involved in the transactions.
It's like making it professional or something. You're like, oh, I didn't know there was 13 layers to this tipping.
To the tip thing. It's like, I thought it was just people hooking me up with a little extra.
Yes.
Do it at the end though.
I'll never tip if I just go into a restaurant and I order takeout.
Yeah.
You don't tip there.
Yeah.
They ask.
Yeah, of course. But there's rules.
Hell
Sometimes I feel
no.
like a pussy though. Sometimes I'm just like, I'll tip a 15%. To go, and I'm just like driving, like, what the fuck? I'm a bitch.
The worst one to tip for is food delivery services. Not that I don't want to tip the food delivery guy. It's just pay them better. You're already taking more money, and then the problem is if Uber has to take X amount of money already for it to even work, don't have a business. Like if you can't make it work, where you can't pay these people right, don't fucking do it.
I'll always tip them because I did that shit and I like a tip. But
yeah, of course.
But Uber changed. The best thing that ever happened from an Uber driver point of view was they used to be like, tip your driver $1, $2, or $3, and then they started prompting you tip as a percentage of what you got, right?
Yeah.
So you'd have one big bag and $140 and they tip you $20 on it, but it's like I don't expect a percentage. I just want a tip.
How much of that did you keep?
You keep the whole tip.
Nice.
They give you the whole tip. Because I think there's a legal thing. They got to give you the whole tip. That's why I'm like, Starbucks, I'm pretty sure they're going to give you the whole tip. They don't tax the tip.
I'm curious, yeah.
But
if
like
they pool it, they might have to do something with that. But because
the admin cost for pooling, there's a cost for pooling, of
tip
course.
Processing fee.
Yeah, exactly. 20%. But like, if I have a bag, whether it's a small bag or a big bag, it doesn't really make it, unless it's many bags, right? But if it's like $10 or $100, it's no different effort. So I'm not like thinking in my head, I need 15% of that $100 thing. Just toss me a $5 every time, and your boy's smiling.
And the tipping at Starbucks now. Think about this. There's people doing way more work than other people.
That's what I'm saying. Tim Hortons is the ones. Those guys are cramped in there. No one respects them. They have the longest lines. It's a printing press of motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And there's no tip, and they're not gonna have a tipping function because tipping clashes with the whole thing of Tim Hortons speed. Tim Hortons is all about speed.
How the hell don't they have a union, Tim Hortons?
I know. All this shit. Now that Starbucks has tipping, I think I just see people being like, what the fuck? But it blows my mind that the bougiest places have had tip forever, and the people that actually are working like in unfair conditions at crazy paces don't even have, like, it's just fucking, it's flipped, you know?
It is flipped. It should be like, you shouldn't be tipping at the most expensive places, and you should be tipping like that money you would save not tipping at whatever restaurant.
It's like if your brand seems better, you're like, yeah, okay, we give you some money.
Yeah, it's easier to tip. It's easier to tip like a well-to-do or like an art school white girl than a fucking like an Indian chick at Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, she's just happy to be here. She's happy to be in the country. Oh, this white girl expects tips. She probably gets a lot of tips at the. She's a bartender. So, you know what I mean?
We need to build this white girl's self-esteem up.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
This Indian lady's a giver.
She's gonna get cut off from her allowance soon. So this chick, just be happy you're fucking in here.
But I will tell you one thing. When you got a swath of Indian ladies behind any counter of a fast food joint, God, is it good.
Like speed-wise? Or
it's
like flavor?
Speed, the food. When you get a bunch of teens...
They're just in the zone. And I like that. You're
teens
like,
suck.
You're like, yo, man, they got to have all this diversity. No, man. Brampton, all these places figured it out. They don't even talk English back there, Fuck English. Yeah. They're just adding confusion. Like fucking the guy looks like Vishnu, 8 arms, like.
That literally happened to me this morning. Like I went in, they're speaking different languages. Like, what? Was that my order or something? I didn't know.
Like, don't ask questions. It's if English was involved, shit would get way more fucked up. I like that.
Dude, Niagara Falls, when you're entering Niagara Falls, there's a McDonald's.
You love Niagara Falls. You're there every 2 weeks with your girl.
And my girl likes to go, yeah.
That's the most Arab thing about you, by the way. Him and his girl, they just elope to Niagara Falls so often.
My in-laws are going this weekend to go see a show.
Niagara Falls, right?
Niagara Falls, yeah.
Yes. Arabs, man. Italians.
They
Same
have
shit.
a McDonald's inside. I think it's a convenience store or a gas station.
Yeah.
Like off to the side of it,
Ooh.
and it's a bunch of old ladies.
Classy.
It's probably one of the best McDonald's in Ontario.
Pace, everything is great.
Hot fries,
Ooh.
hot everything, not greasy, clean too. Like you're like, oh, this is what God
Like mom,
intended.
these are mothers.
Yeah.
Like proper mothers
Yeah.
running it.
God intended it to be nice. Like they clean the oil.
They do it right.
Yeah.
If you work fast food, you know, you could just drop a bunch of fries because you know people are coming. But then these people are like, we drop as little fry as needed to make sure that we're constantly frying them, to make sure they're constantly hot. These guys just work a little harder to make sure everything's a little bit better. But most people don't do that.
If McDonald's had a heat map of where their most menopausal workers are,
That's where you want to eat.
I guarantee you those are the best locations.
That's where you motherfucker.
You don't need. I don't need emotions or hormones involving your work.
Once you stop being able to conceive, you're like, I want to conceive a great meal for someone.
Yes.
At least, at the very least, that.
That's how I give back.
Hot fries, something.
Hot
Okay,
fries,
boys.
something.
Oppenheimer. Let's talk
Oh,
about it.
oh my god.
Oppenheimer. I watched the first movie I've seen in years where people applauded at the end.
No.
Keep in mind, I watched the Thursday 10 o'clock first screening of it.
You saw it?
70 millimeter. Yeah, I saw the first 10 p.m. on Thursday, brother.
Oh my god.
You saw it.
I saw it yesterday.
You saw it.
I saw it.
Let's talk Oppenheimer. Obviously, let's just stay away from spoilers or whatever the fuck. There's really no spoiler. They make
Well,
a bomb. Have you seen
And
it?
they use it.
Have you heard of Hiroshima? Some guys at home like fucking assholes. No, I can't. Nagasaki, they fucking ruined it.
By the time this comes out, I think majority of people will have seen it.
Yeah, who really, really want to see it. But then I think
So one thing I didn't realize was that Robert Downey Jr.'s in it more than I thought.
me too.
That's
I thought
what
he
I
was.
said. That's literally what I saw. Like, I didn't even know this guy
thought he was
in the
like a
movie.
quick-
Right? Just the way they advertised it, it seemed like it was not him as much. But then he had said it was the best movie he's ever been in or been a part of.
Okay.
And maybe because
He said that?
Well, yeah, because he had so many lines.
Yeah, exactly. He did a lot of talking.
He acted his ass off too.
He did.
Absolutely.
Who's that guy? He's got the weird mouth.
Teller.
He played Queen.
Oh,
Rami Malek.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He
He's
slid
got eyes.
in there, you know?
I know.
He was
Did
very...
a lot of names. A lot of names in there. A lot of names. My first beef with it. First of all, what would you give it out of 10?
First beef. I didn't think you were going to come out here with
Um,
out of 10?
I'll say what I liked about
At
it.
least
But
I-
what I liked about it will spoil some stuff.
I
but,
think it's at least a 9 out of 10.
No.
Yeah.
no.
No. What?
I
How?
think so, yeah.
I give it like a 7.
Yeah.
Well, what's a 9 out of 10 for you?
For me,
Yeah.
The Prestige.
Oh my god.
That's another Christopher
Dude,
Nolan.
The Prestige is like a 9.8.
Yeah, but then I
That's
wouldn't
one
say,
of my favorite movies.
That's
then.
literally, I would say, when I list movies, that's one of my favorite movies.
It's
I watch it
incredible.
over and over, and every time you watch it, you're like, oh, very layered it. It's made to rewatch, and you're like, oh, the bird, the blah blah blah. But
It's so good.
7.5 out of 10. My biggest beef with it is the fucking concert music is loud and the dialogue. Everyone's
Did you see it in
kinda
IMAX?
hearing- yeah.
So I saw it in IMAX
70
too,
mil, it was
and
like
I
proper.
I think that's part of the problem. I think if you watched it in regular, I think you're gonna hear more.
I don't know because
Or AVX.
I ended up
maybe.
finding out this was a general complaint, and I talked to Mark Corliss about it, and he said when they were doing focus groups on the movie, one complaint
I heard someone say.
was that exactly.
Yeah, I heard someone
Yeah,
say. I
the
wish there was
dialogue is too
subtitles
difficult.
throughout the whole
I wish
movie.
there were
Yeah.
subtitles as well.
We kept missing stuff,
Yeah.
but it's like, okay, I get like you with Christopher Nolan movies, you have to understand the relationship of the people talking, because half the time you're not gonna hear what they're saying. You're just gonna like, okay, they're talking science right now, or like it's a love thing, or this is like a politics thing. I don't know what they're saying. The banter is quick, and I can't really hear them.
What's actually happening? Because this sound thing has been coming up way more now.
It's annoying. It's a Tenet did it.
But I've even found that movies across the board, like the mastering of it.
No, I didn't find that Transformers was like this. Like I think
Nice.
it's like almost cranked up to 10, and I think also because they worked with, it might be Hans Zimmer again, like who does the score and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So they maybe want to overproduce it and make it louder.
Yeah, it was
Because
very scored.
like we're talking about at the beginning.
There was literally
it was super intense with the music, and then it was like I'm like the music is really loud. Like
the explosion is the
Yeah.
only time in the movie that there was no music.
quiet.
Yeah.
And it was that I almost felt like, oh, that is that why they did music? Because this is the only silent part in the whole movie.
Yeah.
We never had silence up until this point.
Yeah.
So it very much accentuated
That
like
could,
the
that
fucking
could
thing.
be it. That could
By
because
the way, we're recording on audio?
audio's recording.
Okay.
I did have a hard time hearing
All of it.
not all of it. There were a few moments because it was hard to pick. Sometimes it was hard to pick up what Strauss was doing. Yeah. But once I understood
Strauss was the Robert Downey Jr.
Robert
right?
Downey Jr. Once I did get the full picture of it, it was awesome. Yeah, I was like, this is awesome.
That one scene that he is like the one guy just turned on him, Rami Malek turned on him, and he goes into the room and he's like talking and he keeps fixing his thing. The mic is so funny. They increased the volume of the music because clearly the mic was here. Because he was just like, I'm telling you, this fucking, like, the way, like, it just kept being like, shit. He's like, if these guys are doing it like this, I'm like, and the music is like, la, na, 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 like, because I guess the other audio is like, na, na, na. You're like, what the fuck, man? What's going on?
Why do you think they went back and forth with black and white?
That was the confusing shit. Because the black and white was the most recent shit.
Yeah, and
So
it
you're
was
like-
so as to distinguish different times.
But normally black and white meant, like, flashback, the past.
Yeah,
But they made it, like,
flash forward.
yeah, which was kind of confusing.
Possibly because the flash forward stuff was such a contrast to the other thing.
Or it could be because the flash forward stuff is still in history to us. So that could be like, oh, this is the history, and then here's the actual movie part of it.
And that it is just black and white.
Yeah.
That's that knowledge. right?
I forgot, like, at one point I was like, is this movie in black and white, or is it, like, in normal
No,
color?
I
forgot at one point.
I like the pacing of it, too. The way they told the story was,
Me too.
was really
I did like
put
that.
together.
I really did like that.
I was thinking, like, but damn, social media has impacted the way we watch movies. The way I felt I watched it, I was like, this is cut like people that watch social media. You know what I mean?
That's what I was saying at the beginning as well.
I think that's why the
Very
music was
choppy.
so loud because it's also like what's it called? A viewer like what's it called retention. What's the word I'm looking for?
Oh, like hooks you in.
Yeah, just the people nowadays have less and less
Attention span.
attention span. I think so. The audio keeps you engaged more, but then at the loss of actually understand what's kind of happening. You see, okay, he's learning. He's with the scientists and stuff. You know, they got like their little group.
Yeah.
My beef with it is for the amount of dialogue, it's a 3-hour movie.
I didn't realize it was that long. I was like, I got.
Wait, we got out of the theater, like,
For
One-
3
yeah,
hours,
10.
for 3 hours, it was a good.
The flow was great.
It didn't feel 3 hours.
It didn't.
Which
It
is
felt
great.
2 hours, 40 minutes. But it needed another. Obviously the explosion scene is beautiful and it's real and it's like no CGI.
I almost felt like they stole that from one of the Star Wars movies. Remember when they shoot the ship through the other ship and then it goes silent? Do you
I
remember
don't
that?
remember.
You
I don't
And
remember, no.
There's the one where they're like, it's like a suicide mission, and then they're like, oh, we're gonna go into light speed through the enemy ship, and then it goes like, but then it goes silent.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
You know what I mean? It's kind of
Because it's like space, right?
The
Yeah,
light
it's-
speed through enemy ship.
Yeah, it was constant like vocals, constant this, and then it went silent for the scene we're all waiting for, which was great. I just really wish they. It
I didn't
needed
even
one
care.
more thing. It needed one motherfucking more.
I didn't even care with
bomb.
the bomb as much. Actually, I was saying that to him.
The whole movie was I was waiting on the bomb. Everyone was waiting on the bomb.
See, I thought that's what I was caring about, but as they developed more of the story, I realized actually this is
This
cool.
is about Oppenheimer.
But
this is not about
there's
the bomb.
All of these scientists, like you see Albert Einstein, you see
Heisenberg.
Yeah, all
But
this
I
shit was
love
cool.
the depiction of Einstein. That was my favorite
too.
depiction I've ever seen of
actually liked
Einstein.
it too.
He's
I
I
just-
was
say that.
he looks like-
curious what AI. I was like, is this an actor or is this an AI?
no, it's a real guy.
I was like, damn.
Yeah,
That guy looks
he
legit.
looks so haunted.
Yeah.
He was so haunted, right? It was like it felt like I feel like this is what Einstein probably was near
that
the end
was-
of his life when he's not like the cutting edge in physics anymore.
But that's even what they were talking about, is like they were both haunted by their discoveries, right? And
and he literally says it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's like,
So-
no, you must live your life as that. Like after they're just giving you medals and you're just kind of like a a symbol of whatever the achievement and evolution of science, whatever the fuck.
There's a really good moment where it's kind of a spoiler, so I won't say it, but when he just
then he just says it fully. Spoiler alert. Say
the
it.
whole
Fuck
thing.
it. Spoiler alert.
But when he
actually, this comes out. Yeah, fuck it. Go.
Yeah. So at the spoiler alert for anyone
When he gets stabbed.
if anybody wants to watch the whole movie, don't listen to this part. Fast forward through it. It'll probably be 15 seconds. At the end, when he says, maybe they weren't talking about you, Strauss. Maybe they were talking about something more important.
I love that.
I love that.
Yeah.
That was a bar right there.
He's like, no, he said something to him. He said something to him. And it's like, no, you're just a narcissist, bro. Like, it had nothing to do with
These
you.
guys are trying to figure out.
What did he say to him? He ruined him on me. It's like, nah, bro.
No, he just
Trying to
ruined
figure out
himself.
space and time. Yeah.
I like Matt Damon in it too. I feel like Matt Damon in Hollywood right now is like their go-to boy again.
Yeah,
He's in everything again.
He's in everything Christopher Nolan as well.
I like that.
He's been in everything last long time.
Matt Damon does not sell me as a military guy, though. There's so many people
I like
that
them
could.
as a-
I've never seen Matt Damon in a movie where like, man, fuck Matt Damon. He always kills it.
Yeah.
But just the way he is, like having been in the military, just the way he wears the fucking army like shirt, the way it's on his body, and like the way his little like haircut is, like that's not military, bro. You know who's military is? Who's the guy in Top Gun that just stands up when the blackbird flies over and just like watches it in the first scene?
Ed Helms.
That man is the military. Like, if the military,
but Ed
embodied-
Helms is 200.
No, not this guy. What the fuck?
No,
The opposite. This guy's a dentist. That's the most dentist
not
face
Ed
possible.
Helms. Damn,
Type in The Rock movie with Sean Connery.
he's actually one of my favorite guys. This
yeah,
guy.
of course. He's the best military.
He's also in
face.
Truman. He's also in Truman Show.
There he is.
Ed
Ed
Harris.
Harris. This guy, yo,
He's 200
Dante.
years old.
Yeah, absolutely.
This guy looks like a White Walker, like legit.
There,
Looks like
because
a-
you
Yeah, he
can't see the
does.
teeth. Because
He
you can't see the
legit looks
teeth.
like a White Walker.
But you put decorated or military outfit on this guy, it's like that is what the military is.
And that guy from Fast and Furious, the white guy who ended up siding with.
Fast X.
Yeah,
Which one?
he plays Reacher. That guy, Alan Richardson or whatever. What's his name? Yeah, that guy's military.
No, this guy's got young Marine vibes. Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
Marine. He's got pure military.
got soldier
But Ed
vibes.
Harris is general.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
five
general
star,
level.
the highest level. Like in the room right next to the president, being like, "Mr. President, we should not engage." Like telling him exactly
Okay,
how to proceed.
Give me your top 3
Porns.
general, Colonel General level actor, white dude actors. Because
He's the top one for me.
give me your
he's
white
in a
dudes,
military
give me your
thing-
white dudes, then we'll go through the black dudes. Okay,
Okay.
so Ed Harris is up there for sure.
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker, 100%, because the eye looks like he got that shit in battle.
Forrest Whitaker for sure. Obviously,
Oh, the black guy that's in every heist movie. The big black guy. He's in.
Michael J. White.
Is that him? Search up. He's in the new Mission Impossible.
I think I got to go with.
By the way, want to watch Mission Impossible?
Yeah, I seen it. Let's do it.
I heard it's great.
This guy.
I'm down. Yeah,
Oh, you already saw it?
Yeah.
No, fuck it.
I want to see it again.
No, not my guy here. My guy here looks like a Marine too.
Okay.
But like, type in new new Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible or Barbie. And I got to go with Christopher Walken as one of my high-level military guys.
Yeah, he's like the guy that hasn't. He's like been an officer his whole life, like
Yeah.
Navy captain type shit.
And, obviously probably Morgan Freeman, maybe even Denzel.
Nah.
Morgan.
This guy you're talking about?
Not yeah, that
Big
my man right there.
Rames.
Yeah, my man. That is what we call a master sergeant.
He
or
has been
like,
auditioning in that hat for 25 years.
at least. Some say he was born with the hat on.
Dude, try and find a picture without him on with the hat off.
And the angle is almost identical.
Every time.
Ving Rhames. What a sick name.
You ever watch One
He passed
Punch
away?
Man? What?
One Punch Man, the anime. The
Yeah.
top one was.
He passed away.
Well, first of all, we're all over the place right now. But
you
the
see he
top
passed away?
Google thing was Ving Rhames passed away.
No.
No, motherfucker's
He's still
alive.
alive.
Motherfucker's alive.
Yeah, One Punch Man anime.
Oh boy, that's incredible.
It's hilarious.
So great. It's so funny. So awesome.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Yeah, this guy is a high level military guy. The guy in Top Gun again, who the guy from Mad Men. He did a great job too. He has
he's good.
John
yeah.
John Hamm, when he shaves,
He has a huge
that 5 o'clock
dick.
shadow.
I
that
noticed
5
all
o'clock
of them,
shadow.
they were all shaved in this movie as well, which I mean, it's part of the times, but I was like, did they all, like, was this CGI? Were there all their jawlines like this?
Yeah,
Or
the
like,
way, again, there's a certain type of like the way your hair comes in and shaving. That's very military.
Oh.
And his is perfectly. He's got that always gray kind of thing here. Very military.
Whoever the young guy was, who was his like guy that helped him out.
Oh, yeah.
He was
Still a
good.
second in command.
He had
or
the
whatever.
best hair.
Yeah.
He had dope hair. That guy.
Let me pull
You're saying what's his name? Mad Men guy's got a huge cock.
Yeah, John.
Confirmed?
You can look that up. John Hamm has a.
Go ahead and look that up. Beam us up, Scotty.
Go ahead and
Apparently he's fucking
ahead and
Lana
grab
the
it.
Plug next, huh?
Hey.
Oh.
Lena.
Oh, is it? Yeah, this guy's been doing.
They always have
research.
these weird ass names too. Oh, I thought she was good in it too. Emily Blunt. What an actress.
Emily
what
Blunt.
a lady.
What? Oh, yeah, she's
Gary
the alcoholic.
Oldman as President Truman. That was incredible.
That was
Oh
Gary
yeah,
Oldman.
that was
Yeah.
on point. Yeah,
That was
that was
good.
This guy.
the colonel.
This
And
guy
that-
right here.
Yeah, he was good too.
Yeah.
That actually happened, I guess, when Oppenheimer said that there's blood on my hands. He feels like there's blood on my hands.
Yeah.
He was very upset.
He's like, get this pussy out of my office.
That guy, Josh Hartnett, as a physicist, I did not buy that. This guy as a physicist.
No, he wasn't the physicist.
Or-
No, he was
He was an
great.
engineer.
He was an engineer. He was great.
I just didn't buy him as much. He's always just like in a vest.
Dude,
And
he
it's
looked
I
like
never
he
saw
could
him
have
do
been
anything.
in Kingsman.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to fit that well there.
You ever watch a movie where you see this guy was kind of cool, this Benny guy?
Yeah. Oh, that guy was fucking awesome. The Russian
He
guy
was good. He was kind of
killed it.
sweaty a little the whole time, too.
He was greasy.
He was greasy,
But
right?
I'm pretty sure that's part of the whole thing.
He felt
right?
like he ate pierogies exclusively for some reason.
he was an
like this
anxious
face back.
scientist.
You ever watch a movie with these guys and you see them and then you go, oh, you need this realm of film because this is good for you.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I love this guy too, David Kumholtz. He's in all the Santa
He
Claus
was like the
movies.
math guy. He always plays like genius Jews.
He could be Penguin. The way he looked in that movie Oppenheimer, he could have been Penguin.
was he
Batman.
in Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
What was his role again?
He was like the old bald guy who respected him.
Oh yeah, the old bald guy with respect. You know who plays the best president though?
Who's that?
Kevin Spacey. Let's not forget Kevin Spacey is one of the best actors out there. He
Dude,
just
Frank
happens to be a
Underwood.
Kevin Spacey
Damn.
is a predator at the highest level.
Wow.
No, not
The
the
champion
Weinstein.
is Cosby.
It's Cosby, of course. You know, there's
Heavyweight
that and Jimmy Savile out there in the UK. But fucking Kevin Spacey, when you see him as, remember that video that he did?
Yeah.
As Frank Underwood, when he looks pale, that was cringe. But like,
Yeah.
he really is the character. The whole show fell apart.
There
when
was
he
a moment
out.
in time before the fondant,
Yeah.
where you didn't know nothing about his personal life, which was probably an easier time.
That's it, bro. Usual Suspects, Kaiser Soze.
When
we were in a good
that
place.
show had just come out, I thought that was some of the best shit I'd ever seen. That end of that first episode where he's eating the ribs and he's telling you the whole thing, the way they did the show, it was awesome.
It was incredible. He's an incredible actor.
Yeah, he is.
It's another R. Kelly moment
It
or
got
R.
a-
Kelly type shit.
It got out of control though, this show, because when he had to start killing people off, and then you need to keep
Out of control. That's how it is right now, dude.
No,
House of Cards is still going on.
No, I mean,
no,
the,
he's
the
saying
government
the
has to
real
actually-
landscape, yeah. But it just got out of
That's
control
not
because
knowledge.
you can only kill so many people and stay in the same area. Come on.
I know. But you know, look at the Clintons. They pulled it off. Oh,
Yeah, but that's at high level.
But it's so,
Yeah, but I mean, that's he was
So many
president. That's the
actors.
highest level.
This has an obnoxious amount of actors.
Not lot of straight white males though. Lot of straight white.
Do you
males.
think that the Christopher Nolan movie could have benefited from one of those scenes? You know, they show you like a blank screen and they write a little text
buddy, all the time?
where it's like, "Hey, in 1943, J. Robert Oppenheimer."
And I like
You know?
when they have fun with them too. They're funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And they're like, yeah.
Like James Gunn did that in the Suicide Squad movie. I recently watched that, and they have the thing where it's like the beach will like wash in, and the seaweed would be like 6 days earlier or something like that. I'm like, I like that.
Just
kind of
yeah, like some movie. Christopher Nolan's one of those guys that's like true artist. He's like, no, the audience must infer everything, and like we will never write. They must see. You must show it on the
have to
screen.
hear the
blah, blah, blah.
music.
He did Tenet too, right?
He did Tenet too. Tenet, I'm not a big fan of.
Did you see that?
I did
Yeah, I
not
did.
like Tenet.
I thought that was like horrific.
But you know why? My theory with Tenet
I
is
didn't
that
get
Wasn't
it.
this guy in it? This guy right here.
I didn't get it.
This
no
guy-
one got it. And if you say
No,
you
I
got it, fuck
No, it
you.
makes sense.
No, fuck off. It
All right,
doesn't.
all right.
it's
Wait. Why?
Because it's the same plot as Interstellar. The people from the future come back and help the people in the present. So they're on the same
If you look
timeline.
at it like that, but I'm talking about put on a scene and tell me what people are saying right
Yeah,
now.
like none of it makes sense.
If you look at that's like saying like, oh yeah, I got Oppenheimer. It's like about a guy trying to make a bomb.
This
Like,
guy was in Tenet, right?
Yeah. He's good in it.
This guy's like a great evil Scotsman. You know, he always plays that shit.
Also could have been in The Kingsman, this guy.
By the way, Tenet.
Kenneth Branagh.
You know, Tenet was supposed to come out, then COVID dropped, and then they held on
COVID
to it
dropped?
for
They
like
dropped
9
COVID.
months.
Yeah, I remember.
So I think what happened is that they kept editing it, and they overbaked it because from the first scene in Tenet, they're like doing that heist thing. You're like, ooh, Christopher Nolan. We were getting right into it, right into the middle of action.
That felt like Batman.
It did. It felt like I'm like, oh, this movie's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
And then it's like something quickly happens, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll piece that together. And then it literally compounds the confusion. I've never watched a movie where the confusion compounds like that. You never get a life preserver of like, here, this is what's happening right now, or nothing. It's just like, what the fuck. Every conversation is two guys walking like, did you run it back? I did. And then they said that. Well, you know what they say. And then we'll flip it back. Yeah, my father said that twice. You're like, what? What the fuck?
Even acting in it sounded they had to know their lines like backwards.
Yeah, because they were fucking like
They're
the
going
whole
back
thing
in
was a
time.
backwards.
Yeah, it was weird. Like
Nah, I didn't like that.
The whole concept was almost like a director who is tired of the game, and he's like, let me see if I can mix it up.
You know who did a really good job in this movie though? This dude right here, because this guy was like pissing me off in the movie. You know what I mean? Like this attorney.
Oh
dude.
yeah, he was
In-
great.
in
Jason
this-
Clarke, what did he do again?
He
Robert,
he was the guy in the office that was like asking the questions when they're doing that.
Oh
private-
yeah, he killed it.
and he was like,
Yeah.
"So you did do this?" I'm like,
He was
"Yo,
just being
this-
the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
basically
it's easy to be the worst. by the
framing
way.
everything
Yeah.
as like the worst possible thing possible. They all had the best hair in this movie too. Oppenheimer,
They
a
did.
lot
There
of
was some
curls,
good hair.
a lot of curls.
You're into the curls, huh?
They just nailed it.
curls. Where do you see curls?
Everyone had their
This guy's
hair
at
like
the Grammys or whatever. Who did the hair though?
everyone.
Those curls were to die for.
Everyone had their hair like curlified.
Really?
I'll point it out if you.
I swear they all had like straight hair.
There were parts of it that.
Did you even fucking watch the same movie?
Dude, did you even pay attention to the dude's hair?
Fucking pissing me off, bro.
I've heard Barbie's really good too. I like the concept of Barbie.
Yeah, apparently made $140 million in like
Hey.
one day or some shit like that.
Do you know what the concept of it
do
is?
better than Oppenheimer?
I'm assuming it is
Check.
Barbie.
No, like she wants to be Barbie and then she loses.
So she's a regular girl. I thought it was like a Pinocchio.
No, she
style
is Barbie.
situation.
She is Barbie.
What is Barbie?
She's Barbie.
She's literally a doll, or
yeah,
she's
she's like a doll, but they're like it's a doll. I think where it's her own world.
so it's like a Truman Show
So
type. shit?
every day she wakes up as Barbie, and her feet are like they already look like ready for the shoes,
The heels,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
But then one day she wakes up and she like loses the Barbie thing, and then she has to go and like figure out life as not Barbie, and she doesn't want to do it. She wants to be Barbie.
So she has to go how to find out how to be Barbie again.
I think she has to go and find out how to be like a real person.
Is it like a kids movie or is it like an adult movie?
I don't know. Pull up the rating here.
Beam us
It's
up,
gotta
Scotty.
be. Well, it's got to be.
The
for
rating's
the
going to
boys.
be incredible. It always is this early.
It's got to be for the boys.
Whoa.
90 on Rotten. Whoa, Google's even doing interesting
Wait,
shit.
Yeah.
Did Oppenheimer do that? Like, where's the new
It
No.
just explodes.
Yeah, you fry your motherboard.
Oppenheimer, dude.
Any
Yeah,
movie
there
with
we
Ro-
go. Now we're seeing the fucking
The ethnicity.
Look at Simulu's fucking picture, man. It's like a headshot when you first get in the game.
It's like full body, dude.
Everyone else is in the face except for that chick and him.
He looks like he's not even there. Looks like he worked background.
Yeah, right. And he is like some side thing, but yeah, what has it made so far? Will Ferrell's in this?
Yeah.
Oh, so.
He wants to get Barbie back by being Barbie.
Is he like evil or good?
No, he's the president of the Mattel, I think, the company. That
Okay,
makes the
so
toys.
is he like a CEO, like Heartless type thing?
Yeah, he's evil.
That's
him.
Will Ferrell when he is evil in a movie is the best thing possible.
Oh my God.
That Mugatu. I invented the piano kid nectar.
How much has it been? Well, it's only been a day, gentlemen.
2.
No, that's the Thursday is like a preview day.
Still dropped 20.
2020.
Become the biggest preview night of the year according to Deadline. Guardians, the latest, blah, 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 blah. Oppenheimer,
Wow.
10.5 million. Barbie doubled it. Yeah, I mean, Barbie is like a crazy brand.
It is
and
the
Oppenheimer
kids-
is
it
just
is
a
the
Christopher
kid-
Nolan movie.
When you went to see Oppenheimer, were there people that were dressed up to see Barbie? Because there were people that showed up as if they were from like a some sort of like bride's party or whatever. They came in like all pink dresses and
Like cosplay.
yeah, not even cosplay. They're just wearing all pink, and I could tell that they were like just drunk as fuck because they came in. They're like, wow, Barbie.
Well,
but they're
is,
all like 35, and you know what I mean. And they're like, wow,
There is the
Barbie.
Barbenheimer thing people are doing, where they're going to both.
In one day?
Yeah,
Barbenheimer?
Barbenheimer.
That's interesting they decide to put, because you know the studio spoke. They know exactly that they're dropping them on the same night.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things like back when I worked at Best Buy, we found out if you have a Future Shop near a Best Buy, they both have more sales. Because people go, oh, I'm red. And they go, no, I'm blue. And then they choose their sides and they both go up. And then when they're separate, they don't do as well. So I think it's one of these things where it's like, yo, which one are you watching?
Yeah, or they're
and
gonna
then
do
when you
both.
watch
They're
this,
gonna do
or you-
Barbenheimer.
but then whatever you watch, you're like, now I gotta watch the next one.
Yeah, this was. I think you're right, man. This is the high level. Like, oh, we'll release two movies
choreographed.
without actually releasing 2 movies. It's like the studios got to release 2 movies each, but they didn't.
Yeah, I think they both will do, like, people
Better,
are gonna
better.
watch both for sure.
Also, this felt very. Look at previews for Barbenheimer. It's right there. This felt very weird because it was like these movies came out of nowhere. People just randomly started talking about them for like what? Like the type of movie Oppenheimer is for the type of internet content that there is, they don't align. Like
Wait, what?
the TikTok.
Yeah, it's a documentary.
It's a
feature
documentary style movie. Like it's
Yeah.
a serious movie. The last time there's been a serious movie that's been like this well promoted, when?
I don't even remember.
Dunkirk, which is
Yeah,
trash.
or All Quiet on the Western Front, but they didn't promote it like this.
No,
and
no,
it was
no.
released on Netflix.
The marketing of Oppenheimer has been crazy because I know
They're all
I've
having
been waiting
dinner?
for it since December of 2022. 8 months I waited for this movie
That's
and I watched it.
horrible.
But like, just the way they rolled it out and the visuals they use, because they always fucking garnish it with those explosion things, so
Did
you
you see
think
the-
it's all explosions.
Did you see the Barbenheimer shirts that came out?
No, let's see. God, the internet, huh?
Yeah,
Uh,
and I saw it at. I think the employees had it. It was like half black, half pink, and then it was like Barbie and Ken sitting on the back of a.
Oh, okay.
a
So
car.
that's as choreographed as it gets. I didn't even
Exactly.
realize the employees were wearing it.
Some of them were.
I bet they designed that shirt 6 months ago.
Dante made a good point about he thought maybe they show the bombing. I was like, not the bombing of like recreating it, but maybe they show a historical footage of it or something. But I'm like, no, I think it's too much of a tragic incident.
Yeah.
I saw someone wearing something like this, like, but it was like they're looking at the actual explosion and stuff.
That's a sick shirt.
That's a sick shirt.
That's actually a sick
That
shirt.
is the only time in human
Oh, this
history
is the
that
one I
those
saw.
bombs have been used in a combat scenario.
Yes, correct. Nuclear bombs? Yes.
You know what the biggest bomb is?
Like that's gone off?
The
or
Tsar
that's
bomb?
could go off.
That's been tested. Yeah, he's got it. It's the
What?
Tsar Bomba.
The Zarbamba?
Yes.
No, just our bomb.
Beam us up.
No, it's called the Tsar Bomba.
Okay, well, let's let him fucking...
Oh, it is Bomba.
Isn't that like a dance?
No, it's if you actually go to the scale, go to that image, the scale.
The
there.
thermonuclear aerial.
It is insanity. So,
So,
Castle
this wa-
Bravo is the one the Americans built, their biggest one. The Tsar Bomba is that much bigger.
Oh, it's Russian?
Russian.
And they tested it in 1961?
Correct.
Where's the...
And these two right here, Little Boy and Fat Man.
These were the ones they dropped.
Yeah.
Damn, where did they drop down? 50,000 kilotons.
They just tested it in some like field.
Is there a video or something of it?
I don't know.
The SAR... Damn, it's fucking huge, huh?
Oh, it's crazy. The
Russia
bombs
declassified
that they
videos.
can make, man, are
1961 Sarban.
When data
I would
comes
just
at
turn
you
the
fast,
sound
come
off
up
of
with
that guy.
answers, even
But the bombs they can make are insane.
Buddy, nah, I bet it'd be fucking. Oh, is this it? It's literally like shot like this.
No, this could be fake.
It's literally shot.
I mean, based on the likes, I don't think this is fake.
Is this?
Liked only by Russia.
Oh yes, this is real. This was how it was dropped.
You could tell this is real.
3 секунды. 2, 1, 0.
Silence.
Взрыв
Christ.
сопровождался световой вспышкой необычной.
Oh my lord.
В этот момент самолет-носитель находился в 40 и последующий
This guy flying.
What
Is like,
messes-
I'm good to just keep flying, right? I'll be good.
That's another thing they want to test in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Oh
быстро
damn.
увеличился в объеме.
Holy fuck.
Через несколько секунд...
Yo, is
You
that-
can't even tell the scale though. Like,
Yo.
I need to see a mountain or something.
Yo,
next to it.
you're engineer guy,
Yes, sir.
intelligent. When he was saying that in the movie about
What's he saying?
if you explode an atomic bomb, it has a atmospheric.
Oh, they were
The
worried that
possibility.
it could ignite the atmosphere and cause a chain reaction.
What do you mean?
Because the atmosphere has oxygen in it.
Ignite the atmosphere?
Yeah.
No, so what they're saying is like one explosion, like because they're exploding the atoms, right? So they're afraid that when they explode one atom, that one explodes the next one, and it's uncontained. So it'd create like an unstoppable chain reaction.
And then there's just fire in the sky?
For the whole world.
Oh my god.
yeah.
And then it goes.
So why are
but it's
these
a
guys
0 point.
letting this thing off?
Because it shows that it's not going
Because
to
the
happen.
probability is
It's proof.
near zero. No.
Yo, there we go. Can I get a tall blonde?
Oh.
Yeah, man. And then the next theoretical bombs are even crazier.
Yeah, I bet, man. They're like, this is the moon destroyer.
Kind of weird how we're basically just living in this little battle of countries where each country's like, look what I can do.
Oh, it's like, yeah, exactly. Look at how close I can get to fucking annihilation of everyone. Whoa, that's really close. Don't do it though. No, you don't either. Like, it's just the dance of like, will North Korea do this or will Russia do that? It's like,
You think in those meetings when they all meet in like the big meeting, they all like talk shit about North Korea?
oh, I bet.
Like
Yeah.
they joke around about North Korea?
Like he's like a retarded stepbrother. Like, whoa, the South Korea is not better than us. My people are actually eating. They're not starving. Yeah,
I bet
okay.
South Korea and North Korea have an agreement like, okay, please text me if they talk shit. Like, just let me know, please. And then South Korea's like, yeah, they're talking shit.
I wonder if presidents have a group chat.
No. I wonder if any of
Like
them have ever...
NATO presidents.
Just like a WhatsApp chat.
Yeah, like a WhatsApp chat.
I wonder if they've ever like hit it
iMessage
off.
group.
You know, when they like a guy goes to China, like a president goes to China, and they like hit it off with the president, and they're like, "Oh,
I'm no Trump did, just based on pictures of the way the way he'll say something in their ear, and then like
Trump
they kinda,
DMs
like,
them on Twitter.
100%, and they just kind of like shake. But you know, Trudeau does none of that.
No.
Trudeau's like, you know, when you go to a comedy bar, and it's like you're in like the green room with someone that's like you don't feel comfortable with. It's almost like that Office vibe of like, oh, I can't really talk freely right now.
yeah."
I feel like Trudeau is that with politicians. Like he's always ready for the camera, even when there's no cameras, and it's like you can't really have a real conversation with the guy.
He seems
He's so
uncomfortable.
hated.
Seems uncomfortable.
He's so.
I've seen some
You seem
videos.
like Trudeau booed by the natives.
Yes.
I didn't click it, but I'm like, I know. Did you watch it?
saw it.
Is it a hard booing?
It's terrible.
Is it a hard booing?
What do you think was gonna happen? Did they boo John Chrétien? Did they boo fucking
I think they boo everybody.
Harper? Like, yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure they just boo.
well, what are they gonna like the
Yeah, right.
Canadian?
Subjugation or like what are they? What part is good?
Hey, man, thanks for fucking up the treaties.
Thanks for the genocide.
This is my kind of my favorite thing where they have to just talk through the booze because they always have that smile of like, am I gonna stop
Yeah.
or am I gonna keep going?
Indigenous Games had to be postponed because of the pandemic. So it feels incredible.
They literally have to
So it
behave.
feels-
They have to behave like they just hit your mom at dinner, and they
Do an apology.
still had to talk about like the day.
Wait. So they're applauding now.
Well, unless they're gonna boo the whole time.
Thank you for providing. What's the top comment? I love seeing the top.
Unless they're gonna
comments.
provide
Every
like
bit
a
of it.
boo the whole time,
Booing at him
people
would
get
just
on board.
reinforce his power in his mind. A better approach should be for everyone quiet to silently.
People online are
To silently
hilarious.
turn their back to him. You idiot! It's fucking like bleacher seating. How are you gonna turn your back to
Dude,
him?
some of the comments on shit is insane. There's a video where pretty graphic video on 6Buzz where that guy ends up getting stabbed on the subway. Where he,
There's a video of it.
Well, he runs. It doesn't show you him stabbing, but it literally shows him
Oh, I
running
saw
past.
that. He's sprinting at the guy.
But so apparently that guy who sprints away he threw a punch first. But in those comments, somebody wrote like, "Look at all these people not helping him." It's like,
Are you stupid?
are you fucking crazy, man? Unless you know how to kill a man,
And then even still, you don't.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Hey, fight me now.
Yeah, this isn't
What?
Jet Li movie.
What the
Like,
fuck?
hey, leave him alone. He's got a knife in his hand. It's not like
If anything, I would let
it's not
him.
Rush Hour where you spin the arm and now he's got it. What the?
If anything, I
What's
want
that?
him
What?
to fight a guy for a long time, and then I'll try.
That would be fucking awesome if they were like, dude, I would love to see that one day in my life, one day at least, where guys are hitting and he's blocking like straight up kung fu movies. And he's blocking, he's kicking, he's blocking. Like, yo, these guys are fucking. This is a show. This is a show right
Do you
here.
remember that one scene it was actually in a Fast and Furious movie where they had like it was Tyrese and Han, and then they're fighting the guy that knew martial arts in the thing, and then they beat both of them up, and he beat up the guards as well. It was like in the movie.
I forget which one
It's
that
like
is.
Fast 14 or which one was this? Fast 26.
That would be sick, though. And it kind of should be a part of our culture to know a lot of self-defense. Just because you're in a metropolitan, like, you should know that shit.
Yeah, I mean, you and I both tried
If
jiu-jitsu and walked away
Yeah.
with fucking
Literally.
mild injuries.
If
that
I
took
saw a
us out of the
civilian kick ass like this,
sport.
I
Oh, wait,
would
pause it.
love
That
it.
guy running right now. Subway fight. Pause it. Who's this guy? Press play. Pause it. Press play.
What do you do with deposits?
I don't know. What? Wait. Oh, that guy's fighting is in Warrior.
How many punches can be taken in film? Incredible. When you watch a scene, you're like, well, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and then John Wick broke the record.
Six to 7 punches to the jaw? How does this work?
Yeah.
I'm learning that things are not the way that... like yesterday, for instance, I fucking had my show.
Okay.
And I had a lot of people there that know my shit. And
Like your material?
My material that I posted. A couple of the jokes that I posted. And then they go, yeah, it was after the show. I'm smoking, chilling with people. Yeah, I was hoping you would do this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I feel weird about doing jokes I posted. They go, no, man, that's like, for us, that's like listening to your greatest hits. I'm like, so you guys want? They're like, yeah, we want to hear it again. I'm like,
Yeah.
I did all my new shit on the first show off the top and like had a rough set because I was just doing new one after new one after new one and crowd work because I'm like, and then I started doing bits in between and got them back. But it was the second show that I realized like, it's like John Wick. It's like part of me is like, bro, he's gonna fight 90 people and like it's not believable. It's
the
like
greatest
forget about
hits.
it being believable.
It's the greatest hits.
You gotta
People like to
suspend belief.
suspend the disbelief and just like be in the thing. I know this thing. I'm gonna laugh when I'm supposed to laugh. You know,
Why is there no Tony Hawk movie?
buddy.
Like
'Cause
Tony
he needs
Hawk
to
Pro
die.
Skater. He doesn't need to die. They have the games.
Buddy.
Make the games into movies.
Hey,
Who would
He
you
needs to
cast
die.
as Tony Hawk?
Ooh, good question. Pull up young Tony Hawk. What does he look like?
he looks really lanky and white.
Young Tony Hawk. Who would I cast? Taylor
Yeah.
Kitsich.
I don't even know who that is.
That's a girl, isn't it?
No. Taylor Kitsich is in. He's like Cage. I'm pretty sure. Wow. Oh, dude. You know who that looks like?
Cillian Murphy, dude.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna get everything now.
This guy. Shouts out to this guy I know. His name's Jared Sherman. He literally looks identical to this guy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Jared's gonna get the role then, I guess, huh?
If ever it is meant to be made, he's getting it.
Yeah. See. Okay. So obviously they're gonna have a kid that we don't know.
So not
But-
cool, eh? On old Tony Hawk.
No, exactly.
Oh, you know who would play it? Jared Leto.
Yeah.
He would play a sick Tony Hawk.
because you're looking at that one picture.
He would do like his version, his own version of Tony
Yeah,
Hawk,
that's
though.
so like haunted and tortured.
Yeah.
He's looking in a mirror. You know what I mean?
He'd be like, "Oh, yeah,
I have to land it.
exactly. I'm Tony Hawk, but both my parents died. And Tony's like there on set. He's like, my parents are alive.
They're alive. You don't get it.
No. This
Jared's
is a
actually.
film.
Jared needs to go and speak to his spiritual healer in Nevada. He'll be back on set in a week.
I was listening to JRE podcast. They were talking about cults, and then Jared Leto's name came up because he has a cult or whatever.
You know, he has a cult house.
How-
A former
Yeah.
cult, like a cult owned the house.
And
And then the movie studio owned it.
Listening to them talk about Jared Leto, you can tell that they're in those circles where they, you know how we can make fun of these people because I'm never gonna meet like Brad Pitt or something. You could tell that they're in there those circles where they have to acknowledge that these people shit that they do. It's like, well, it's like weird, but like he's such a nice guy. He's he's like so normal.
You might run into him. Yeah.
It's like so normal. It's like, first of all, I don't want Jared Leto to be normal. He doesn't live a normal life. Why the hell would he be normal?
Yeah. They're like, did you see they're like Johnny Depp is touring with his band or whatever. They're like, show gets canceled when
Yeah, he's
Johnny
passed
Depp
out.
found unconscious in a hotel. I'm like, that's when you're making $100 million from movies and you're trying to do your side hobby and you're just there like, he's not respecting it like a tour. He's
No.
just like, I thought this would be fun.
Man, he used to run a club that like would have burlesque, and his life is crazy. Johnny Depp's
Johnny
going to
Depp?
die of a crazy heart attack. It was called the Viper Room.
Really? In LA?
I think New York.
When he was a maid guy or before?
No, just a young Johnny Depp. He had money. He would like pay for.
How do you
this-
have money?
He was in movies and shit.
Okay, so he was a main guy. Like, he was already a star.
Well,
in the
yeah,
movie
he's
guy.
been making movies since like Eating
He was
Gilbert
like
Grape.
18, I know, yeah.
Young.
He was in The Outsiders, I believe. Right?
Type in
Yes.
about Johnny Depp's
Young
The Viper
Johnny
Room.
Depp was hotter than anybody.
What am I searching?
Hotter than anybody. I don't even know what I mean by that.
You know exactly what you mean by that. Type in Johnny Depp Viper Room.
Look at young Johnny Depp. Holy shit.
Yeah, he looks more like a musician in every photo, huh?
Well,
Doesn't he
I
look like
think-
Bob Dylan in that one. And that second to the farthest left on the second row, that's like a rock star. That's
Yeah.
every Paul McCartney young photo, all those guys, that's what they look like right there on the far left.
When you have that.
I know a guy.
Not
that
the top left one. The top left one is like movie star. But the one under it, the word that like I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, I'm just a fucking rock star.
He just
like
has rock star hair.
John Mayer.
Yeah. He just has rock star hair.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like that looks like he's a fucking guitar lead singer for the biggest band in the world.
Could have been.
Could be.
This is actor Johnny.
Yeah, the one to the right.
I love
there.
how we're looking up images. We need all though. We need all on
Type
this.
in Viper Room. Johnny Depp's infamous Viper Room. It was established in '93. It was partly owned by actor Johnny Depp.
So what they say is the story. I watched this documentary about this. They say that the Pussycat Dolls was founded here at this club.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not the actual members that is today. The concept of them as a band, and then they took that concept and then made whatever that girl's name is that leads it or led it.
What's like Johnny Cash performed at the venue, debuting material that would later appear on American recordings. The Viper Room was also a place a few early solo live performances by John. I don't know at the time of his bad physical.
John, I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
So this was this little club basically that all the celebrities would go, young hot celebrities would go there, and it was like a safe haven because they could do drugs.
It's like Club 54.
Pretty much, but owned and run by Johnny Depp.
Type in crazy things about Club 54.
like crazy stories.
Yeah,
that
like
would probably
crazy,
be the coolest thing ever to go to a club Johnny Depp owns.
if he's there too.
He was there all the time.
Yeah. Cocaine.
Studio 54.
VIPs looking for extreme debauchery were steered to sex cubicles in the basement or the
Dude,
rubber room.
Studio 54 is where
10 wild stories from clubs de Bao something.
it's where Drew Barrymore essentially would like. This is where her life got
Fucked up.
pretty much. She was very young. She was in there at like 10 years old.
She was in there at 10?
Yeah, she was like smoking cigarettes, doing drugs.
That girl's no good, man. She's smoking cigarettes.
Dude, Drew Barrymore's life.
She's eating her dessert
is-
first.
You could pull up 10 crazy facts about Drew Barrymore's life. They would overtake the 10 crazy facts about this.
Drew Barrymore had a fucked up life?
Oh, wait. Drew Barrymore. Yeah, Drew Barrymore.
Drugs, disco, and a
Pull
dead
up
body.
Drew Barrymore. Am I thinking? Yeah, Drew Barrymore. She's been in Hollywood for so long. Her life's been crazy.
Drew, 10 wild stories. They're like, okay. From her wild years.
She's been in this.
Like, I fucked everyone.
When she was 7, dude. Studio 54 when she was 7.
Barrymore became a superstar. Oh, she was in E.T.?
Yes.
Oh, she was in E.T. Oh, that's how she got her start.
She's literally beside President Reagan in this photo as a child.
And they gave her a first lady's dress to put on, too.
She's probably on Quaaludes.
This girl's fucked up. Can someone get this girl a juice? She's foaming at the mouth. Barrymore emancipated herself from her parents at 14. She's
So you know what that
did-
means.
she's effectively like an adult on her own.
No, that just means I want to have sex with adult men, and I'm leaving.
What?
I want to be emancipated at 14. That just means she doesn't want her parents to be able to say anything about her life.
Oh, I thought that meant that she's on her own.
Yes. But I'm saying read between the lines.
She's like, I did E.T., all right? You'll never fucking, you don't
What
know.
are you trying to tell me, Mom? I was in this fucking Club Studio 54 last night. I'm 13 years old.
Wait, she had Playboy photos?
Yes!
Let's see them.
Oh, that's your go-to.
How you
You're
don't
like,
want to
"Hey,
see them?
what did you just do there?
He opened a new tab.
No. He like highlighted the word and then it became the whole article.
No, it was a link. It was a link.
Oh.
She went to rehab at the age of 13. Did crack at the age of 4.
Dude, Drew Barrymore is a monster.
Playboy photos.
Jesus.
Like acting monster? Or
No,
like-
just her life.
yeah. That's fucking
Spin it in
act
the
the
lemon.
whole for
Her
Hollywood, bro.
parents-
Old Hollywood, man.
Well, her parents are
Woo.
famous.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Correct. I don't know who they are.
Okay.
We're gonna need Dante's in a heavy search mode right now. We're gonna need
type in the naked photos. There we go. Drew, look at you.
She looks very like old pinup girl, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Look, that one looks like it's from 1940. Oh, she's got a dark nipple, huh?
Hey, a boss likes that. Reminds him of Sudan.
Yeah, takes me back to the motherland.
Takes me back to the
National
motherland.
Geographic.
Who are Drew Barrymore's parents? I think they're famous as well. And that's why she was so in at a young age.
Shit will ruin your life, man.
Oh my God.
Shit will ruin.
That's why she
your
just like does a
life.
podcast now and doesn't act.
You know what's crazy for me is that
Yeah.
she has
John Barrymore.
Buddy, she has a podcast now.
Yes. Dude,
How do you know everything about Drew Barrymore?
Dude.
What the fuck? Do you know anything about Drew Barrymore? Drew Barrymore?
Dude, you guys just got to know stuff about stuff.
Why
This
Drew
fucking
Barrymore,
guy.
though? Why do you
Yeah,
know-
she's got a podcast.
Well,
It trends.
I am married to a woman, and it's like 6 degrees of information. If she watches like show, like she watched a show, Bravo, and then Bravo does Watch What Happens Live. Drew Barrymore was on Watch What Happens Live, and of course, I researched everything about her. Just out of
What's
curiosity.
Watch What Happens Live?
It's a show on Bravo hosted by Andy Cohen.
What the fuck is Bravo?
You don't know
That's
Bravo?
a channel. It's a channel.
It's a network. Yeah,
It's a
Bravo.
network. Okay.
So they have all the desperate, not the desperate housewives, like
Stay-at-home moms watch Bravo.
no, oh yeah, everybody watches it. Bravo's huge. Bravo has like the Housewives of New Jersey, the Housewives of New York, all these like reality
Housewives stuff. Yeah, that's so.
all these reality TV shows, drama shows. They have Below Deck. They have like all this shit.
On
And
Bravo?
Super gay.
Andy Cohen is like the founder creator of the Housewives series.
Oh yeah.
And he does a show called Watch What Happens Live, which is pretty much him chatting with different celebrities about the shows and some of the people on the shows.
Oh, he sat down with Charlemagne.
Yeah.
Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen.
So
is he a known guy?
Oh, yeah. I wasn't a part of this life at all, but my girl loves reality TV. He is like the sun that reality TV. In Bravo. It rotates around him basically.
He's the Oppenheimer.
He's the gay man that is the power source.
Andy Cohen, huh?
Yeah. But then you realize that everybody, like celebrities, like everybody is into this stuff. Like they're obsessed with these shows.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That blows my mind because I know a lot of
Had my
celebrities.
mind blown, my friend.
They want to get away from the industry too. Like that fucking.
It's just customer facing.
What's the customer facing?
That's just customer facing information.
What's that guy Tom Holland or whatever? He's like, yeah, I'm
I
getting away
hate
from
Hollywood. Yeah, after you made millions and millions and millions of dollars.
That's what all the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made your money and then you left. It's like people are like, as soon as you get paid, you got to shut your
Dude,
fucking
you
mouth.
try to talk to any comedian. You think any comedian's like, oh, I love the entertainment business. You're like, what? No, I like to be a comedian.
Yeah, but it's different with that because he's getting residuals forever. So with a comedian, it's like once we're done making moves, we're done.
I'm
But for
saying
him, it could be like
the point is like when he's like, I hate Hollywood. I'm making the point of like, Yeah, there's always some part of this cool thing you get to do where you get to go and pretend to be Spider-Man for 6 months out of the year, and like there's a repercussion to
for
that.
years afterwards.
There's repercussions to that.
Yeah, but the Hollywood, we don't really deal with Hollywood.
We'll never deal with it.
No, I mean we will, but like, because eventually you get to a point you're pitching the whole thing. High level comedy dips into Hollywood. We have no fucking.
Depends how independent you get though too as well.
Like Jim Gaffigan is in movies. Jim Gaffigan you get to a point where you have such a big audience. Sebastian's doing mad shit. He's not. They're offering him these things because he's got such a built-in audience.
Yeah, they still want him to audition, but they're like, we're
giving it to him. If Sebastian auditioned for the things he get, we would have never been in any of them, bro. Any of them.
Yeah, he would. No.
Sebastian is not he's one of my favorite comedians. He's not a strong actor.
Not a strong actor is a nice way of saying he's a bad actor.
Yeah. He's not.
No, he's not. He's got no acting chops.
He goes full stage animation.
He's like when you watch somebody who you're doing comedy for the first time but isn't confident enough to do it, and you're like, it makes you uncomfortable watching. When you watch him do acting, you're like, oh, this is uncomfortable.
It's like stage animation on camera, and you know the director's saying less.
Yeah, less.
And they're using the take with the least, you know?
Just something about it. I can't even really put your finger on what exactly it is.
Huge fan of the guy. But
love every minute of him.
But I'm saying at one point this business dips into Hollywood, but the actors have no choice. They are in Hollywood fully. We are like little like planets outside of it that orbit into it every now and then.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's not.
I can't stop with the like Oppenheimer style.
We're like a nucleus.
We're like a nucleus.
Like rotating around.
Comedians are like electrons. Hollywood's like a fucking nucleus with a fucking proton that's just trying to get it.
That just
fucking.
When he says he doesn't like Hollywood, that just means like somebody keeps asking him to do something weird he doesn't want to do.
He apparently did a very graphic gay scene.
He did.
As a straight guy.
He did.
Good for you. I mean, I guess that's artistic integrity. I don't know what the fuck the comedy's just like. Is this good? Is this good? Yes, let him come in your face for the shot.
Thing is, like, how many people see that scene that he did? When you go and do those kind of things, it's just you in a room doing it under the guise that people are paying you to pretend, but you're not pretending because it's real and it's really happening. Yeah. So it's really it's real as fuck. And if nobody sees it, you're just gay.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, the studio didn't greenlight the project.
What? I worked on that for months.
My relationship is fucked because of this.
Jam your tongue against the mic against your tooth.
The tooth hit the mic, bro.
What the hell?
I'm like fucking Robert Downey Jr. in Oppenheimer. They're like, listen to me. The way these fucking people are doing this thing is fucking...
I love the hairlines in that movie. Great hairlines.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't wait to watch a movie today. I'm so pumped.
I love when I have mixed feelings about when haired actors played bald roles.
Haired.
On one, I'm like, yeah, how does it feel, right? And then another, I'm like, give it to one of us. Give it to one of us scalpies. You know?
Haired actors.
Yeah, those haired bastards with locks to die for. Yeah, that's the problem is you've already seen every fucking movie.
Dude, I want to go watch. I want to watch them again. I like
New Mission Impossible. Was it great?
Yeah,
or was it pretty good?
Yeah, it's good. Actually, I think you will appreciate it a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, because the enemy in it is AI.
Spoiler alert.
No.
The enemy is ourselves.
Trailers are more spoilers now than I ever.
The child within.
I never watched trailers.
When we were growing up, trailers told you dick. Now they tell you
the whole story.
Yeah.
I hate when the trailer's like halfway in. You're literally going in chronological order of the movie
story,
right now.
Yeah.
You're like, he was raised this, and then
the
this
moment
happened.
You know the trailer's telling you too much is when you're like, damn, this is a long trailer.
Yeah,
when you're like, this is too many scenes.
Yeah,
exactly.
I noticed that for the second Avengers movie. I'm like, this is basically the whole movie right in this trailer.
In this trailer.
I'm like, ooh, okay, I gotta stop watching trailers now because
That shit will ruin the vibe of the movie.
Because they need to give you all the goods.
Now, man, I've literally been waiting for Oppenheimer so long. Now I just have a vacuum in my life of like movies I'm waiting to watch.
I-
I'm just looking out for a fucking. I'm so sick of trilogies and these like franchises. I got, you know what I mean?
Movies
I
are
don't
back.
give a fuck.
Movies are back though.
They are back. Oppenheimer, Barbie, they're bringing it back. I want some like crazy movies. I want some new things from from directors we haven't seen before. Like, let some people emerge. You know what I mean?
We need our Clockwork Orange type movies to come out.
Classics, true classics, completely different. These are upcoming?
A lot of Indian films.
Yeah, and bro, if you open Amazon Prime,
Yeah.
Indians have fucking cornered Amazon Prime. There's like 30 specials, 100 movies.
It's just so much.
Yeah, I
density.
don't care about any of these.
Well, fuck.
Bobby and Oppenheimer.
How we get to the damn movie scene? Now I'm craving blared friggin' buttered popcorn.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some popcorn.
Jesus.
Let's call it, huh?
Yeah, let's hit the road, baby.
Yeah, we got to go out there. If you're listening to this, come out to the Ottawa shows. July 29th, 2 shows, like 7:30 and
Oh, my buddy,
9:30 or something like that. Come out. Tickets at abbaswahab.com. Jordan's going to be there as
My
well.
buddy might bring out some people. How many people fit in that place?
70. The first one's almost sold out. The second one's pretty good. They're both gonna sell out. So get yours if you want to come out to Ottawa.
Ottawa.
July 29th, live on Elgin. Tickets at abbaswahab.com. And if you're listening or whatever, we'll probably put the link in this bitch right now.
Yeah. Thank
All
you.
right.
Peace.
Until next time. Easy, yeah. Easy.